really concerned about the weather right now. We're gonna try to... Who's ready for an adventure?
Welcome to the story of a bridge that stood the test of time and war. Hidden in the historic plains of Sharpsburg, Maryland, the Burnside Bridge. This isn't just any bridge. It's a witness to one of the most pivotal battles of the Civil War, the Battle of Antietam. Just 70 miles outside of Washington, D.C., our journey to document Civil War-era bridges began. As we approached the bridge, the environment transformed from highways to serene farmlands and fields, rich with Civil War-era history. We drove right through the very battlefields where the Battle of Antietam unfolded. You could almost sense the echoes of the past in the trench-warped fields. But now, let's travel back to where it all began. Built in 1836, this heavy stone structure was originally known as Rohrbeck's Bridge, named after a local farmer, Henry Rohrbeck. It later became known as the Lower Bridge, setting itself apart from other crossings over Antietam Creek. Its primary role? To facilitate the movement of freight, animals, and people across the troublesome waters of Antietam Creek. Fast forward to September 17th, 1862. The Quiet Bridge was at the center of the Battle of Antietam, the bloodiest single-day battle in American history. Confederate General Robert E. Lee utilized the natural defenses of Antietam Creek to anchor his army's right flank. The creek's steep banks and swift waters made crossing difficult, elevating the strategic importance of bridges like this one. But why was this bridge so crucial? For the Union, capturing Burnside was essential for launching a flanking maneuver to roll up on the Confederates' right flank, potentially crushing Lee's forces. For the Confederacy, keeping control of the bridge meant preventing the Union from significantly advancing. The bridge served as a choke point, giving the Confederates a defensible position that leveraged the natural terrain's advantages. Holding this position was critical for maintaining their strategic line and preventing a Union breakthrough that could have led to a devastating defeat. The first Union attack, led by Colonel George Crook's Ohio Brigade and supported by Edward Harlan's brigade, ended in confusion and heavy casualties. The Ohioans emerged too far upstream, leaving the 11th Connecticut Infantry to suffer greatly as they withdrew. The second assault was no less brutal. Brigadier General James Nagel's brigade, including the 2nd Maryland and the 6th New Hampshire Infantry, faced relentless fire from Georgia sharpshooters. Impossibly, 450 Georgians managed to hold off over 14,000 Union attackers, a triumph for the Confederacy and an embarrassment to the Union. Finally, in a fierce and relentless attack, the 51st New York and the 51st Pennsylvania Infantry, part of Brigadier General Edward Ferrero's brigade, captured the bridge. This victory, however, came after hours of intense fighting, significantly delaying the Union advance.
It could all be so simple.
This shit feels haunted.
Rather make it hard.
mildly concerned about the weather right now. We're trying to beat the increasingly darkening clouds. Looks a little thunderstormy, looks a little concerning. The only way, 90 miles an hour on the highway. Here we go.
Tell me who I have to be.
I know what we gotta do.
To get so red.
Yeah.
Reciprocity.
Look! Oh my God! There's hope! Oh my God, there's hope! Oh my God, there's potential.
Why is it so beautiful?
Why is it like heaven? It's heaven.
We grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working, it ain't working, it ain't working when I try to walk away.
Eat up, fatty.
It's going in.
Almost
Alright.
As we continue our journey across the DMV, we now arrive at Harper's Ferry to uncover and document the story of the B&O Railroad Bridge. Like the Burnside Bridge, this bridge was constructed in 1836, but its role and fate diverged significantly. Positioned strategically over the Potomac River, this bridge connected vital railroads crucial in civilian travel and military logistics. A short 50 miles from the capital, large highways transformed into small forested roads as we travel alongside the Potomac River to the historic town of Harper's Ferry, once again sensing the rich history surrounding us. Built in 1836, the B&O Railroad Bridge, designed by Benjamin H. Latrobe, was a marvel of engineering for its time. It connected the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad with the Winchester and Potomac Railroad, facilitating the movement of freight and passengers over the Potomac River. This bridge took a step up from the Burnside Bridge, serving a much further stretch of the East Coast, an integral railway network at the time. By early 1837, locomotives were crossing regularly, although further work was needed to stabilize its wooden structure. During the Civil War, the B&O Railroad Bridge became a focal point for both Union and Confederate forces. Confederate General Joseph Johnston ordered its destruction on June 14, 1861, to hinder Union advances. This marked the beginning of a cycle of destruction and rebuilding that would continue throughout the war. The bridge was essential for the Union's supply lines, and 9 months later, in February 1862, it was rebuilt by Union troops. However, after the Battle of Antietam in September 1862, it faced further destruction. The B&O Railroad was never a site of infantry conflict, but had major significance rooted in its logistical military value, which led to it being a target by the Confederacy. The bridge was repeatedly targeted during the Gettysburg Campaign and other significant battles in 1863 and 1864. Each time it was destroyed, the unwavering bridge builders of the Union restored it over 8 times, ensuring the vital supply routes remained operational. This cycle of destruction and rebuilding highlights how significant Harper's Ferry's strategic importance was in the broader context of the Civil War. The final blow to the B&O Railroad Bridge came from nature, not war. The Great Flood of 1936 devastated the bridge, leading to its final dismantling. The floodwaters were so powerful that they swept away most of the remaining structures, leaving only remnants of the bridge's piers. The B&O Railroad Bridge at Harper's Ferry represents the resilience and engineering feats of the Union throughout the Civil War. It is now part of the Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, offering visitors a glimpse of its storied past. This bridge was more than any river crossing. It was a lifeline during the Civil War, heavily supporting the Union's strategic attacks and movements. While the B&O Railroad Bridge may no longer stand in its original marvel, its story remains etched in the stories of American history. Lacking the recognition it deserves, this bridge served the utmost strategic importance as any other piece of civil engineering in the war.
just finished great meal, cap off day 2, Harper's Ferry. We're feeling good. We're feeling motivated right now. All right. We got some great clips. God blessed us with the weather. It was gonna rain, didn't rain on us. It's all glory to God, man. Looking forward to day 3, the pinnacle, the climax of our journey. 3-hour trip. We're ready to go, man. We'll see you on the other side.
Join us as we finish our exploration of these historic bridges in rural Southern Virginia.
I think of rolling. So, what is it? It's like 2:01 in the morning.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. We are on the road, currently driving to McDonald's because we need coffee and food. We are. What is this? This is our last.
This is the final stretch of
It's the final stretch.
actually shooting.
Locked in a stalemate with the man was no rock in a hard place, he's better in control. What am I waiting for? Feet planted beneath my compass, my transport.
Alright. So what's the time? It's 5:32. We just we drove all the way out here. And let's see if I can turn this around. It's closed. It's actually closed. The sun is rising. So we are in quite the predicament. We have a drone set up, taking a time lapse of the sunrise. But until someone comes and opens this gate, we cannot get to the bridge. Yeah, Sam's passed out. We'll keep you updated.
That's the way every day goes. Every time we've no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you showed me. Nod my head, don't close my eyes. Halfway on a slow move. It's the same way you showed me. If you could fly, then you'd feel south. Up north's getting close.
Oh, look. High Bridge State Park. See, let's see if we can get closer to that.
Keep you cool when it's still alive. Won't let you down when it's all ruined. Just the same way you showed me. Showed me. You showed me love. Glory from above. Regardless, dear. It's all downhill from here.
Yo, okay, I don't even know if this is working. Well, we have infiltrated the state park. We have parked super illegally, but the bridge, let's try to knock around my camera here. The bridge is like kind of where I could just show the camera. It's like over there, where the opening is. We're gonna try and see if we can get it. Ooh, it's pretty light.
The High Bridge was constructed in 1853 to carry the South Side Railroad over the Appomattox River, facilitating rail transport and later strategic military movements. Spanning 2,400 feet long and standing 125 feet high, it was primarily made of wood with iron trestles. At the time, it was one of the longest and highest bridges in the world. The High Bridge was strategically useful for Confederate supply lines and troop movements, but became a lifeline during the Appomattox Campaign. It provided a critical crossing over the Appomattox River, making it a focal point for military engagements throughout the campaign. On April 6, 1865, after the Union victory at Sailor's Creek, General Robert E. Lee moved his army north of the Appomattox River at High Bridge to Farmville for resupply. Major General Thomas L. Rosser led 1,200 Confederate cavalrymen to secure the bridge. Recognizing the strategic importance of the High Bridge, the Union High Command dispatched approximately 900 men under Brigadier General Theodore Red to destroy it before the Confederates could cross. Red's forces reached the bridge first, but Rosser's cavalry arrived before they could begin their task. Intense fighting ensued, including hand-to-hand combat, resulting in a Confederate victory. Most of Red's command was killed or captured, saving the bridge for the Confederates. Throughout the night of April 6th and into April 7th, Lee's army crossed the Appomattox River at High Bridge. Once across, the Confederates focused on destroying the bridge to delay the Union pursuit and gain time to reorganize at Farmville. On the morning of April 7th, Confederate forces, led by Major General William Mahone, attempted to burn the bridge. However, the 2nd Union Corps under Major General Andrew Humphreys arrived in time to prevent complete destruction. The Confederates managed to destroy 3 spans of the railroad bridge, but Union forces saved the wagon bridge. The Union lost 847 men, mostly as captives, while the Confederates lost fewer than 100. The failure to destroy the wagon bridge allowed the Union Army to cross and continue pursuing Lee's army, ultimately resulting in General Lee's official surrender in an Appomattox courthouse 2 days later, marking the end of the Civil War. This concludes our exploration of historic Civil War bridges, each with its unique story of bravery, strategy, and engineering marvels. Though some may no longer stand in their original form, all these bridges have left an indelible mark on American history.